Hey, I'm Dr. Alduan Tartt, and this clip is for any parent who is struggling right now with trying to motivate your child to do something without you having the consequence. I totally get it. I know how frustrating it can be for you as a parent to say, I have to take away their cell phone. I have to tell her that she can't go out. Or I have to threaten not to give them allowance. Or I have to take the car keys away or take electronics away. And I know you're tired of doing it because it makes parenting hard and you're wondering, will I have to motivate? Will I have to be the external motivation for my child their whole life? And you know that you can't do that because as they prepare to be independent and go off to college, you can't be there to threaten to take the cell phone away when they're in college. They'll just flunk out. And that's why we have an unfortunately pretty high dropout rate, even in college where people go and they only stay a year because they did well in your house, enough to graduate and to get into college. But when they got to college, they didn't have that internal drive to go to the library or to go to tutorial or to do the right thing because without your consequences, they didn't have self-discipline. So I have a solution for you, and it comes straight out of the Bible, and I'm going to give you an example of how it worked even in this office. In the Bible, in Proverbs 29:18, it talks about people without a vision perish. Now, what's interesting about that, it's saying that without a vision, we don't stand still. We actually perish, which means that we die. Now, here's the application for your child or your children. Without a vision for what they want to do for their life that consumes them, that puts them on fire, they're not going to pursue anything. And their visions for being a broadcast journalist or being a psychologist or being a motivational speaker or a teacher, a lawyer, doctor, engineer, they're going to die, and then their spirit's going to suffer because they're going to feel like they are a failure, and they're going to wonder, why could I do well in high school and not in college? Because mommy and daddy weren't there to consequence you. So here's a suggestion, all right? Give your kid a vision. I am a strong believer that you can show your kids, especially hard-headed teenagers, you can show them better than you can tell them. Had a young man come in, wasn't doing any of his work, parents had to take his phone, had threatened to take his clothes, had threatened to take the car, all those type things, threatened for him to quit his job, all those type things. And they really didn't want to do that because they wanted him out, they wanted him independent, and that's not what they signed up for. But one day, just by pure chance, he went on a college trip and he walked around and found out that they have a sports broadcast program at the college. This young man's dream is to be like Stephen A. Smith and be on ESPN and give his commentary about what he feels about all types of sporting events. So when he saw that they had this program and he saw the GPA requirement, he was able to now have an internal drive to actually have a vision as to why he should do economics, why he should do math, why he should do science and social studies, because to him, and he had a decent point, he didn't see why he needed to do the daily work if all he wanted to do was be a broadcaster or a journalist. So he only did well in certain subjects that he felt were applicable. But when he went to this college, he found that they had a GPA minimum and that there's an SAT minimum and that you're going to need to know these things. Now, they didn't make it any more exciting. But this young man was turned on and the light bulb came on. In order for his vision to come true, he had to actually do his work, no matter how boring it is. How cool will it be if we all had jobs where we could skip the boring stuff? I could just do this all day, see clients all day, speak all day, but no paperwork. I mean, that would be the life, but it's simply not real. Our kids don't know that. So here's a lesson. Show your kids a vision. Take them to a college. Take them to a career that they want to have. Let them see something, because sometimes you can tell them, it'll go in one ear and out the next. But when you show them a car dealership, and if your son is good, a daughter is good with talking, they're good with dialogue, they can talk back, take them to a mock court. Take them to high-end car dealership like Mercedes-Benz and let them see car dealers make money all day. If your kid wants to be a nurse or a doctor, put them in that environment. Put them on a college campus around college students. Let them walk around. Take a day out of high school and let them see so they can have a vision. Because once they see that vision, it's going to be impossible to get it out of their mind. They're going to want what they see. People without a vision perish. All right. So parents, stop talking. Stop saying you're gonna flunk out. You're never gonna be anything. I know what we do. And encourage your child. Give them a vision that puts them in a state of awe. Like, oh my goodness, I can come here. Look at all these girls. Look at all these guys. Look at all these libraries. Look at these dorms. Look at this place with no parents. This is what we want anyway. We want you out the house at 18 and on to pursuing your education. So start doing that early so they can be self-motivated, have drive, and be able to have self-discipline and do their own work. So you don't have to be the only source of motivation by taking away, their cell phones and so on and so forth. So I hope that helps. I'm Dr. Tartt. Proverbs 29:18 again. Remember, people without a vision perish. So give your children a vision. You can take the same advice for yourself. Take care and God bless.